So, hi everyone, my name's Claire, not Crystal, and we're about empowering your divine feminine, your divine masculine, your inner energies, and obviously supporting twin flame physical unions and reunions and twin flame everything really, twin flame separations. And yeah, so this is impromptu because I'm chilling. I'm in complete Cancer moon energy. Whenever it's Cancer moon, just completely more so in my shell than what I pretty much am, like 90% of the time anyway. Maybe not 90%, but quite a lot of it. But of course, this is a new moon in Cancer. And actually, the moon isn't even in Cancer for another few hours as I'm doing this. It's in Gemini. But I've got a lot of warrior goddess kind of placements, is what I would say, in Gemini, and it is where my North Node is as well. And I just feel this, I don't know, strong feel. Right, well, first of all, I was feeling a pull to do a check in on the collective energies because I feel there's a shift. I feel significantly, just to put it simply, it feels like divine feminine, maybe, and divine masculine energies. And I'll explain what I mean by that. And divine masculines, really, and divine feminine energies. Really, you're balancing both, but it's just, I mean, in the way of things that you might not have been bothered about before are suddenly bothering you in this matrix reality that we live in. Or perhaps you're like me and you float about in the higher timelines, dimensions, and but yeah, that's the only way I could sort of put it. And I've just been drawn to the fact that when I pulled a card yesterday, look, twin flame, everything's possible. But what I'm being drawn to is the black swan, the white swan. It's like the polarity, the yin yang. It feels like it's switched a bit today. So again, that's the best way that I can put it. And I feel it is because the wave of masculines are really waking up and the penny's dropping, as they're saying. I want to give, like, all the sort of push down feelings are surfacing in a bigger way, which have been going on for a while, but it's like I don't feel people are able to shoo it away as like easily as what they once were. Oh yeah, and another weird thing happened. I was in the living room and I was just lying down, and I happened to, the way I sort of lay on the couch, I noticed that there was cards lying under the couch, and it was, oh my god, and it was these, and that's interesting. I just picked up a card about a mountain road. You're on the road to success. Just bear with me if you're new. Everything that I do is channeling. I sound like I'm about to fall asleep. I think I'm going to go for a nap after this. Everything I do is channeling, everything I do is healing. So when it looks like I'm having a wee chat here, it's all going to have something to do with it. And I got a lot of downloads from films today that I thought I was really just going to keep for myself or share, next week. But one film I watched, I can't even really remember what, I think it was called Last Holiday or something again. It wasn't all the shit, it wasn't that great. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of somewhere in between. It was kind of more shit than not. But anyway, the bit I got from it, at one point in the film, so basically the whole film's based around, she's been given a terminal illness, she's only got weeks to live. So she starts just like blowing all her savings and that, and she had bonds and investments and whatever, all that good stuff. And the thing that's really interesting then is I recorded the social network only because I watched it a month ago or so ago, and I'd missed the start. And the start's really important because at the start of it, like basically, if you've ever seen the social network, which is basically about Facebook, and Mark Zuckerberg and all that is, it's all about the girl. Like he done it out of anger, like in spite. So and then like even towards the end, but right. So basically, at the start of the film, the girl's breaking up with him, and out of anger, he takes revenge, and that's how he builds. Like he does something else, and then it leads to the Facebook thing, right? And then it's all the rest of the film. You can watch it yourself. But so I've gotten loads of different downloads coming about loads of different things, right? So obviously things to do with what I've said, but also be careful with signing any kind of contracts if you're watching this and that resonates. I mean, be careful anytime, but because we're approaching the Venus retrograde on the 22nd of July until, like I said, 3rd, 4th September, something like that, you want to be going over things carefully and making sure, just read the small print, read the fine print, you know, all that kind of stuff. Because Venus is love, but so obviously be careful in matters of the heart. I've already said in a few videos, one of the videos I've done yesterday, I haven't published yet, I stressed in that about it's recommended that you don't get married and engaged and make serious love moves in a Venus retrograde. Although in saying that, it's just about taking things slow. So if you've already planned things like this, you know, it's not that it's a complete no-no, but it's just, like I said, just take things slow. But again, whatever. What am I being drawn to? I think I'm being drawn to the one that says something about I love you. Yeah, look at this. I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. I'm laughing because that's actually mediumship cards, right? But what I'm getting from that is it's kind of like all the different parts of the film. So the first film, basically, it's like they both work in a department store, and she works in the cook bit. I don't know, showing off kitchenware and that. My mum used to do that actually, and say he works in a different part. I don't know where, right? That bit's not important. But the point is, they're in love with each other, right? But they're not telling each other. A common story happens in lots of areas of life. There's always people with stories about wishing they'd done something about something, but again, it's very twin flamey. But so she's given this diagnosis that she's got a few weeks to live. So she goes away to wherever, it looks like the Alps or something, starts living the high life. Anyway, long story short, just as, you know, she's been having fun, living it up, and everyone's thinking she's great because she's this risk taker and that, but it's because she's like, well, I'm going to die, so I'm just going to fucking go for it kind of thing. And it was so obvious. I was like, I bet you they've made a mistake. Like, it's totally going to be that she's been misdiagnosed, which, spoiler alert, it was that, right? But anyway, and before she finds that out, right, someone's like, says to her, like, I don't know, she has some kind of realization that she's like, why am I spending my last days here with people I don't know? Yeah, obviously, it's, you know, she's won loads of money, she was betting and that, and she was winning loads of money, and she already had quite a bit of money anyway from her savings. But what she was realising was, if I've only got a few weeks left to live, like, I want to go and tell that guy how I feel, kind of thing, right? But he's realising the same thing at the same. So basically, long story short, he is scared of flying, but he gets on a plane, and yeah, goes to get her. And so there's a bit in the film when there's like, so this is why it's reminding me of it. And I didn't think I was going to channel about this film, but I can see how it's fitting. There's a avalanche, so he's on one side and she's on the other, and they both don't know that. So, but then he's like, no, I've not come all this way to go back. So he then starts literally climbing a mountain, to get to her. Yeah, so basically, I knew I was being told at that point that it's kind of like it's the challenges in the mountains that both twins have to climb, metaphorically, to get to one another. So there's something about that. And then also at the end of the film, it ended. She had something called like the Book of, oh, I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to that bit, but she had a book called the Book of Opportunities, which was basically like a vision board in a book, right, with all the things that she wanted, and she'd put pictures of this guy in it and all that, right, and or like, you know, she'd done something. So when the guy was trying to find out where she'd went, because she went away to this country without really telling anyway, I'm telling you the whole film, but the point is, at the end it says Book of Realities. So basically, that I got the feeling that it was like whatever you've been putting out there, visualizing on your vision boards or books, or even if you've just been sort of putting it out there energetically, it's becoming reality, or soon to become reality. And these were the ones that were under the couch. I will find my way back to you one day. Oh, so that fits with that. Long distance, that actually fits with what I just said about that journey. So perhaps this is people that live far away. Can we start over and jealous and possessive? Oh, wait a minute, actually, they were the ones that were. Are these the ones? I don't think they. No, they're not the ones. They're. You had a little mindful moment there as I walked through. So those weren't the cards at all. It was these ones. I feel right, because I thought they don't make sense if what it was. So they were the ones that were just sitting there anyway. So that's an extra message for someone. I feel empty without you. I has sexual fantasies about you, and you're the person of my dreams. That is very fitting with what I just channeled, actually. So like I said, I didn't know they were under the couch. So there's something you don't know, because I didn't know they were under there. Thank God I didn't hoover them or something. Right, so there's that film, right, but the big download I just got is that, and I only meant to watch the start of The Social Network because I'd missed the start the last time and I'd forgot about it. And like I said, it's very important. So this is a really clever, I feel like this is a really clever message. Again, I'm not giving myself credit, I'm just giving myself credit for doing what I'm told. It's clever because when I watched this film a couple of months ago, I was not understanding what it had to do with the girl, really. I gathered that he'd pissed her off and he'd take some kind of action because of that, right? But it's obviously he was in love with the girl, and you know, everyone's bothered about the money and the money that Facebook's making and the betrayals and all that, and he's really just focused on the girl, right? And she's not got nothing to do with him because she put him on the internet and he's been slandering, you know what I mean, all that kind of stuff. 11. I just found it interesting that so like I said, it's got something to do with be careful with contracts. There's a bit in that film where he basically fucks over his best friend, so there might be something about that too. Like he tricks him, but yeah, at the end of the film, like, you know, he's been sued and it's, you know, ridiculous amounts of money, and you see him adding the girl and he keeps refreshing the page. So what I got from that was, it feels like a divine masculine who in his asleep state will completely self-sabotage, but to the point of, like in that film, like went the other way, you know, like the revenge route, or just acted like they didn't care. And then that's why at the end of the film it's like, you know, well, actually really all he cares about is that girl. Yeah, I think that's going to make sense of what, anyway, whatever, anyone can take what it means from it, but it was quite a big epiphany that came to me there, that it was like, he doesn't even care that he's lost all that money. He just, what would matter to him is if he got the girl back, which I mean, it's a film, but it doesn't look like, you know, it doesn't look like it. I don't know what card deck to use now. What do we use now? Worth waiting for. Divine timings at loving your, and I think with everything being said, I think if we tie in that bit that I just said, it's like, it does, like I said, it feels like someone that has self-sabotaged so much and hid their feelings and went really much the other way, and they feel like they've done so much damage they can't come back from it. And that's why I wish I'd told you I wish I had told you more often how much I love you, or like told you at all for some. But it's like all this has been created so that this didn't happen before it was time. Been led to this card. Initiation, spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. Again, so it's very Isis, Cyrus and Isis, twin flames. It's like, you know, all the drama gets created because it's not yet time, is what I'm getting from that. I keep getting drawn to this one too. Earth, Gaia. That reminds me of the Empress. Oh, it's got the 16th on it. That's tomorrow. 16's the Tower. Shit kicking off. Feels like, yes, I wouldn't always say that for the Tower, but it does feel like shit's kicking off in some kind of way. It's fated. It's because the North Node's changed. Yeah, look, it's fated. Worth waiting for, true love. True love comes when you least expect it. I ended the video I done yesterday with that. Dreams, that ties into what I just said about the vision board and all that. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. Oh my god, and I just said the book of realities. It's just funny. Deeply. Again, all the feels. It's because this new moon opposes Capricorn at that last degree. It's intense, transformational, serious, karmic shit, really. Karmic in the sense of karma's playing out. I just looked at 1444, 144. Cupid. Love is in the air when Cupid's around. Again, it's fated, destined, love. rejoice, embrace in your love and connection, and rejoice, rekindle, because this could be the one. Every relationship has a magical moment that could be rekindled. This could be the one you've already met, romantic partnership, playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And we've got children in the bottom. Your love life's been affected by children. It can be literally, or it can be inner child healing. I think it's both for many. Right, so I'm just going to put these back, right? So, like I said, I just feel the real big thing was what I said about where everyone in that film was bothered about the betrayals and the money. When you've seen it from the very start of the film, you get that it's like, I bet you he just still wants to get that girl back. Because he tries in the middle of the film, he tries to go and talk to her, and she's like, you put me on the internet, you called me this, you called me that. Like, basically, are you fucking for real? So that's the feeling. That is the feeling I'm getting, by the way. It's like so I'm about to, it's like I can feel a feminine going over everything that has been done and how they've been treated by a masculine. Because remember, cancer is the past as well. So with all this cancer energy, it makes you go over the past and makes you in your feels. And I feel it's because a masculine is going over the past and everything. That's, yeah. So where is this feminine at? Conscious, subconscious. Yeah, but like, I get what that means. And then, oh my God. I get what that means, right? I'm going to shuffle these two. Right, basically, a feminine's gone over all this time that has been invested in a connection, time, energy, visualising, manifesting, in someone that wasn't being so divine, because it's in reverse. Like in their ego, pride, acting like they don't like you when they do. I feel like I want to... Yeah, and now we'll go here. And also, if you think about it, right, it's like bits and bobs are going to make sense to different people as always, but it's like that other film that I'm talking about too. Like, though, you know, the two people that like each other that work in the same place. Like, so again, that'll be specific. I bet you that'll be specific to someone. There must be two twin flames that work together, or something like that. They weren't horrible to each other, but they weren't telling each other how they feel. Like, they both felt exactly the same. They weren't telling each other how they feel. So it might just be a bit of a dynamic like that. Like, you both literally feel exactly the same, and you're just thinking you've got all the time in the world and you haven't. And then that girl's given a terminal illness. And of course, it obviously, I knew it was going to turn out that she wasn't, because the film was a comedy, but the whole way through the film, you don't find out till the end that they've mucked it up. But it's about, you know, what would you do if you found out you only had a few weeks to live? Like, would you spend your time with the people you're spending your time with? I think it basically that opens your eyes to what matters. Life's too short. I was trying to avoid saying that because it's so cliche, but yeah. Masculine. Yeah, look, oh my God, 10 of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Wands. Right, what I'm getting from that, right, is it's like this is what I was feeling. The masculine's like, like in our dark night of soul, like in the thick of it or coming out of it, because you're on the road to success, but it still feels like this is a mountain to climb. I think actually to get to this person, or I don't mean like literally get to them, I mean like to overcome, like it's something, like basically to, where do I even start? That's what I'm feeling. And that's what that says to me. It's like, you know, because this is like, you've heard so much you can't take any more. And actually in reverse, like I said, you either double down on how bad it is, or it can mean it's behind you. And I think it's a bit of both. It's like the worst is behind you because you're on the road to success. But the mountain that this divine masculine has to climb is realising that this feminine has put so much, I think this is all twin flame. Not about all, but a lot of, yeah, pretty much any story I've ever heard has invested so much time and energy. And let's face it as well, like, it's what you've always got to remember. I always remind myself of this as well. When a masculine, yeah, take the divine out, is acting like this, it's because they're in that distorted, asleep, toxic energy, which we've all been programmed to be in, whether you're a man or a woman. you know, polarities and everyone's are all mixed up and fucked all over the place. And, you know, you've got women acting like men and men acting like women, getting women to chase them. And you've got all kinds of different scenarios, you know what I mean? It's from the programming. But there is just something generally about somebody's like waking up to the fact that this is just about as bad as it can get. And realising how much energy's been invested by their twin. And like say this, and also I think this person's feeling like, you know, feeling this twin feeling like that. And that's what I mean about the I feel it's swapping energies a little bit, like, and it's never just definitively like someone is feminine, someone's masculine. It's just I always describe it as you lean more towards the other, but it's just whatever's going on right now. It does make sense to me that masculines are showing their feelings. I feel it's pushing feminines to be more than detached, like just kind of like I don't even know how to name it. I don't even know how to name it how I'm feeling, to be honest, and I don't even know how to name what I'm picking up for the client. So maybe the tarot can help us. What am I trying to say? Oh yeah, and I feel the Knight of Wands there is just I feel this masculine is like, that's why I feel a bit hope that they are getting this fire back and this passion. And the horse reminds me of freedom. It's like they're getting ready to do something or wanting to when they come out of this burnout energy, because they know that the feminine could be viewing them like this. Like, are they ever going to come out of this? Are they ever going to give equally? Am I ever going to get my happy ever after with anyone? Because I've invested all this time in this connection. And it feels like the union's blocked. It feels like they're blocked. This could actually be that your twin has blocked you. Or it could just be you feel like the divine has blocked the two of you. Yeah, the devil is blocking you from getting together. Look, and that could be a divine masculine's blocked from getting to a feminine. Oh, and that's the same card. But then it's like, yeah, going to break free from the devil maybe, because they don't want to break free from this connection. I know this is a feminine deck, but I just started reading it like a masculine. But that's what I mean. It's all sort of mixed up. Not wanting to move on, and that's the truth. Going through a rebirth. Doesn't feel like there's any victory, but there still is a lot of love there. Yeah. Take it where it resonates, feminine or masculine. But look, like that, the fact that I just cut out the Ten of Cups, it's like, basically, it's what you said, but it's like mirroring energy, or it's like this divine masculine wants that with the feminine that's in hermit mode. That's very Cancer, new moon. And they want to move on as well and be the divine masculine. And and make the offers of love. And there's a horse again. So I feel horses are significant here. It's like, again, horses to me signify freedom. Other things, but that's what I kind of get from that. And the letter as well. Truth. Yeah, that's the truth. This person's going to make an effort, whoever this is about. But they're battling to get to you, climb the mountain to true love. Oh my god, it's the same order as what I pulled yesterday. True love union. That's what these cards are. It's a true love union, divine union. Devil's behind them. And so's there. Oh yeah, that's the card, the main card. Well, where is a wee bit more? I'm going to put that card back. And what else is going on with this collective of feminine energies? Oh my god, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, they're like, we said what we said, damn it. It is that. The feminine's really in her feels about how much has been invested into this union. But feeling blocked, like, why is this not happening? Why does it, why? And again, they're showing me the social network again. Like, the whole, like, she basically says at the start of the film, you're an asshole, and walks out. And then at the end, the lawyer says to him at the very end of the film, I can't remember, she says something about you're not an asshole. I can't remember what else she says, and then it's like, it seems like when the lawyer says you're not an asshole, that's when he oh my god, so there's something in that. When the lawyer says you're not an asshole, she might have said something like you just made a mistake. Can't really remember, but it's significant because that's what the girl that he likes said to her. And so it feels like the lawyer's symbolic of somebody like the divine or a person that the masculine trusts saying, yeah, you fucked up, but how about you do something about it? Because that's that guy reaching out to the girl. Yeah, look, the feminine's not feeling too good. Oh, God, like, coming out of feeling out in the cold. So again, this could be like money situations improving. I feel it's like money situations improving, but it's still not feeling in your strength and it not lifting a whole lot. And I feel like third party universe, it's like just not good feelings about third party interferences and that the union isn't happening. And yeah, out in the cold again. And this is, to me, this is like the King of Pentacles in reverse is like somebody not being a stand-up guy. It's just basically Luke's not being a stand-up guy. But they've got a whole lot of love. So yeah, it is. I see why the weird example of that film, because it's like he's got a really weird way, he's got a funny way of showing that he cares about that girl. But that's self-sabotage. Yeah. It means you don't get the Ten of Pentacles, the happy ever after, the financial stability. You don't get the giving, the loving, equal, give-take relationship. And yeah, and which means it can keep some masculines in toxic habits. Because King of Wands is all about the fire and the sex and the passion, but King of Wands in reverse might use that in the wrong way. And then be stuck in anxiety, stress, worry about a union, about a true love connection that never happened. Oh God, this is just, you know what I mean? Cancer energy is quite depressing. So if you're in that sad energy, just do the other side of the Cancer energy, is loving, mothering, supporting, and be kind to yourself. Yeah, because justice is going to come. So wherever this is happening, whatever the interferences are, and whatever the self-sabotage is of both or one, or again, it's always both in some kind of way, but it feels very much what I said. That's funny, because that particular Queen of Pentacles, like, yes, I'm listening to the King of Pentacles that's in reverse. Like, I'm waiting for you to turn yourself upright. That's hilarious. And again, that's not like, for instance, like I said this in a session recently. Actually, that's the exact same channel message. So this might make fucking hell, I've just realised that'll actually make sense to the person I was reading for. So what interested me is when I was reading for that soul fam client, you know who you are, it made sense for their situation. But not everyone would resonate with the, like, again, the Pentacles suit isn't, that's not who I would see myself as, you know what I mean? In my union, it's like, I would more see us as like the King and Queen of Wands, or even the King and Queen of Cups, or more to be honest, the High Priestess and the High Priest, or whatever it is, and different, because that's the king, basically, because the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess is who I feel, or the Emperor and the Empress, like, really all of the rest of them, but not that, but that'll speak to someone. Queen of Wands in reverse, though, is somebody that's not very nice. So again, it's on the masculine side. So again, it feels like toxic feminine energies. Again, that could even be somebody like, that's not using, that basically manipulates people through sex and other things and creates tower moments, not happy, investments, family, because that things to do with money. And but again, there's something about an Ace of Pentacles here. So I actually feel, right, for specifically, I feel this masculine felt that this was a good investment, an opportunity to give to that Queen of Wands in reverse. But it's just caused delays in their life, and they want to be with a high priest. Interesting synchronicity with what I just said. Yeah, and it's created tower moments and secrets But you can see that because it's like hidden passion, I feel. Hidden passion, the Hermit. And heartache. Yeah. For an Empress. Empress in reverse. Again, well, I do feel it's what I just channeled, right? But it's as well, an Empress in reverse can be like mother figures and that aren't nurturing, devil energy. Right. I think we're gonna tap the fuck out of this one. It's about the person. What else do you need to know? Ram. Somebody could be an Aries, a stubborn, aggressive person. But it's the North Node shifting in Aries. Problems to be resolved. Yes, it certainly feels like that. Family wishes come true. With a dark woman. I feel it's like basically saying it's like, look, a masculine in this connection has been stubborn and ego and not moving forward. And there's problems to be resolved, and the family wishes can come true. You know, the thing, you know, you can be together with this person, and it might be someone with a dark hair. One of you could be an Aries, there's going to be wealth. But right now, it feels there's a dissatisfaction with life. Again, this feels very Cancer energy. Too much concern with sexual matters. That's like when I said about the manipulation through sex, or the King of Wands. Because again, yeah, in that film, that is, well, not really the social network so much, but yeah, it's like, you know, he does hook up with a girl in a toilet. But I mean, he's, you know, he's meant to be like a massive geek in that film. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, he just consumes himself with money and being obsessive about the computer stuff and that, rather than actually try to rectify things with how he was nasty to that girl. Chain of events that will affect your life. That's, oh my god, I was about to say it's hilarious, but it doesn't feel appropriate. But that is exactly what I'm describing. In that film, The Social Network, he fucks his whole life up. He loses the girl, he loses his best friend, he loses a shitload of money. But obviously, I mean, Facebook's worth billions. But I mean, it's at the time, you know, when you watch the film, I don't know how much of that is true and how much is fabricated. But, and again, there might be something in that. Everything I say is part of it. I just said I don't know how much true, I don't know how much fabricated. I feel what I just said there's how a feminine feels. Like, I feel that's why this feminine's like, I don't know what the truth is. Twin flame. But I do know that everything is possible. That's what I feel. Reprogram it, release, raise and reclaim. Where's this masculine at? 33 minutes as I'm checking in on the masculine. Beyond delusion, change your perception. Yeah, they're getting a change of perception. Again, this is what I'm saying. I know it's a weird way in which I'm describing it, but like I said, I'm really half asleep, so I'm going to end this soon. And I feel like even that's symbolic. I'm going to end this soon. Somebody feels like this situation, the way it is, has to end. Like, this isn't, there's definitely an imbalance of what feels fair here. There's a lack of truth. There's mistreatment. There's just, it's, what it feels like is like someone that's been asleep to this connection is waking up to the truth of everything in their life and this connection, and how invested this feminine's been. That's a spiritual awakening, basically, someone's going through. I can't help but notice I'm being drawn to this card. I will get in touch with you very soon. I'll shuffle them and see what comes out. I try to be happy with someone else, but it backfires on me. That kind of fits as well, but we'll shuffle them. What else? Yeah, unification, align with abundance. So it's like, it does, like, it feels like this, things are starting to turn around for the masculine. But again, it's the same message that keeps coming through. I don't think there's still not been any communication here. And both twins have had to have patience. Blossoming, one with self, the 8-8 lines gateway might be important. Soulmate, clearing core wounds, and see, it could have something to do with like multi-dimensional healing, integration. Like, it's a whole, it'll be different things for different people, but it could be like people that are ending one cycle of their life before going on to another. Look what's in the back. Please give me another chance, I'm begging you. Right, I'll put these in the right order before I shuffle them. Because some are round the right way and some are not. Right, okay, so what else do you want to know? A message to go with this, and then I'll end it because I feel like I need to go and get some water. I feel a bit dehydrated. I don't know why, but I feel so self-conscious around you. I feel this is what led somebody to run in the past and present, obviously, with who I'm still picking up on. But I feel they've got more awareness of what that's about now. I'm terrified of being vulnerable with you in case I get hurt. I'm sorry, and that's why someone ran. I made the wrong decision. I can't stop kicking myself. Yeah, so that fits with what I've said. Like, someone's waking up to these feelings now. And I've not been taught how to express my feelings. And again, that's like that film, you know, it's like both in the first film, both people feel exactly the same. They're not telling the other until one's told that they're dying. I mean, that's pretty grim, but that is the film. And then obviously she's not dying. And then in the other one, actually, I think the general, I'm feeling what this is about too. For some twins, I feel it's just, now it could be divine feminine or divine masculine, but in my experience it tends to be divine masculines that tend to think, right, I know that I want something with them in the future, but I'm not ready right now, so I'm just going to go and sow my wild oats and do what I want to do just now. And that life can take you down all different kinds of roads, and yeah, but I always, like, that's why I live with no regrets. I always feel everything that happens is meant to happen, but whatever that means to you. Basically, it's that kind of feeling that you think you've got, like, in that first thing, they think they've got all the time in the world. They work in the same place. I know, I'll tell them how I feel tomorrow. I'll ask them on a date tomorrow. I'll ask them in a couple of months when I'm out my dark night. So I'm asking, you know what I mean? It's just basically pushing it back. And before you know it, all these years have passed, or decades in some people's cases. And you still feel the same. No one is like you. You're so incredibly special to me. So I even feel this divine masculine, you may have tried to find this divine feminine in many other people. 37 minutes, follow your North Node, and I mean that really is pressing now, because that's literally a couple of days away as I'm filming this. And it's not to say like, oh, everyone's going to happen on that day, but you'll feel the shift. I can feel the shift already, because I've got an Aries sun and Venus, and that's going to be big energy for my sun. Quite like straight away, pretty much. Definitely at the end of the month, it's going to be a lot of big changes, but it's changes for everyone. I'm trying so hard to figure out how to make it work between us, and you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Now, I'm trying to put this in the words. I push you away because I don't want to lose you. Crazy, I know, and that's like what I channeled about the other film. This is what I mean about it. It feels like the feminine's kind of in this energy a little bit, like feeling like, you know, I've invested all this time and energy in someone that isn't, like, it is that basically haven't shown me any kind of investment in the physical in the slightest. And so I'm like, I don't know how this can work. And that's weird, because that's usually what masculines are in. So it feels like, to me, I'm being made to feel like that and being told that, because it's like the masculine has shifted so into their feelings and starting to be able to see how this can work, that maybe the feminine's momentarily like, how do you come back from this? Like, but I feel it has, because I just seen, what was it? I just seen something written before I came to do this, and it was like, the apology is going to have to be way better than the disrespect. You know, like, basically it's like, yeah, whatever this masculine comes forward to say to a feminine, it has to be good. You know, it has to be, yeah, and that's why I don't think I can say anything. It's just kind of like, with some of the things that went on, again, which, you can tell I'm in that Cancer energy, because I'm usually very optimistic. This is what I mean, but I'm meant to be channeling it like this. Usually I'm like, and I do feel that holistically, overall, true twin flames can come back from anything, but what I'm channeling today is a lot of feminines not being so much in that energy, and I'm feeling it's because a masculine's starting to shift. So it makes sense to me that if someone's more in the positive, someone's in the negative. Let me know. It'll be very interesting who connects with us. Getting together with friends. Dogs. Dogs are about loyalty though. The very great pride. Yeah, I feel someone's become aware of how much their pride is sabotaging them. Again, I'm being led to both those films I've just spoke about. Both people were letting their pride and their ego and their fear get in the way. Fear of rejection, I would say, with the first film. And the second film, that guy's just so, I mean, the Mark Zuckerberg, the character it plays him, it's a really good actor, but he's just like, so beyond intelligent and smart ass, but he's not likeable in the slightest, do you know what I mean? Like, she's right when he calls him an asshole, because he's just, well, he's fucking annoying, nippy as we'd say, you know what I mean? It's like, nobody likes somebody that's being like that. It's not attractive. It's why, yeah, I mean, I've said it before, and any true time thing, it's like why people think like being cocky and arrogant and rude and cheeky, like, I'm not talking about, we all love a cheeky chappy, right? Well, I do, right? I definitely do have a type, but it's like not like cheeky fucking rude, you know what I mean? Especially not when you get older. I learned that it's like, nah. It's like what I find attractive, and where I put that emoji with the wee drooling face, you know what I mean? It's a divine masculine. Somebody that shows their feelings, protects their feminine. And it isn't afraid to show their feelings and protects their feminine, basically. Disappointment in some affair, but I feel it's what's went on. Disappointment in a friend or a lover, well, specific. Fucking hell. January. Might have been something that happened in your January, or something that's yet to happen. January coming. January could be a birthday. Deep personal strength, peace that assures success. Unsuccessful plans. Yeah, again, this is what I mean. I'm picking depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Again, I'm picking up on the sadness and the slowly but surely getting ahead, and the slow energy. Because that's why this feminine's like, I've invested so much time and energy and I'm not seeing anything for it. But someone's about to share their romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Time apart from your partners in their eyes, and I feel there's been a separation, and now someone's going to come in flirting. Extend your light at heart energy. Others. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from usual expectations, challenges. All true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. That feels like what I just said a minute ago, and it is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Synchronicity. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. But yeah, love yourself first. Basically, I know it's a bit all over the place here, but it always is, and I'm tired. I really actually think I need to lie down now. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Express your love. Go ahead and make a romantic gesture. Basically, what I'm getting from that is just focus on yourself, and the right divine masculine will come towards you and express their love. And you'll want to give it a chance. Work on your partnership. As long as exes have been released. Like, basically, as long as you've cleared your energy of anything like that that might affect you allowing somebody back in your life. And as long as, literal ones on either side and energy. And people will be tested in Venus retrograde. So don't add more exes to the pile if you don't want more challenges, I suppose. Is the message. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. I definitely wouldn't with this collective, because I feel that it's like, with what I'm picking up in this feminine collective, it's like, I feel all the tests and challenges have come your way. And it's made a love bond grow stronger over time. Yeah, and it's kind of just, I don't know. made my energy feel really weird, so I need to, like I say, tap out of this. Don't give up on love or release. Shouty chairs can be healed. Allow you clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. Basically, some shits went down here. Some shits went down. When's it not? And it's going to take something to bring it back. But you should want to make an effort if you love someone. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. That's very Mars and Virgo. Mars is action, Virgo's perfectionism. Be a light to others. But see, it's a man. And I know, obviously I know some divine feminines are women a lot on this channel, but I feel that is telling me that that is a man waking up, or a divine masculine energy, to the light that they have in them and stepping into the divine energy. You have a powerful message here. Shine your light in the world so that others can learn from you. And maybe it's learning from your mistakes, your divine mistakes. Trust your angels. Let go of your expectations on how dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. Don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Put your creative energy into action. Archangel Gabriel joins me to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision and motivate you to create something beautiful. Yeah, and I feel the creating something beautiful is, I don't know, it's making some kind of effort. Also, the trumpets are sounding. It's like the angels, Archangel Michael, are like, right, come on, you need to fucking put some effort into this. No, it's not yet time. This is not the right, wait a minute, this is not the fine right time to take action. Please be patient, the opportune moment is approaching. But it was in reverse, so I'm taking it to be like, you can't keep telling yourself that. You'll know if that's you. Yeah, don't give up on love. Basically, don't keep putting off what you can do today till tomorrow. And I feel that song about the woman being given a terminal illness is an extreme example. It's time to make a decision. Look at that. Are you choosing to prioritise yourself or another in the situation? Accept divine guidance, point you towards your own joy. You deserve it. So maybe somebody's like not wanting to hurt the karmic interferences that don't want them to go towards a twin, but it's time to choose yourself. And something might be significant about in 4 days time, 19th, because that'll be, would that be? Yeah, Wednesday, because there's a 19th. The way forward is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities around. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. Welcome abundance into your life. 37. Follow your North Node. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. Pray from your heart. I am tired. Hope this made sense to you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. See you later. I'm away to rest. I'm so tired.